Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Noob to Pro video, where today we're going to be going Noob to Pro in a game called Anime Eternal. And from what I've heard, apparently this game is really unique and interesting. I mean, the player count's really good. A lot of you guys have been DMing me about it. So yeah, we're going to be going Noob to Pro. As usual, if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's jump right into this. Alright, so first things first, how exactly does the game work? Well, just like most games on Roblox, or should I say anime simulators, you can click and you go ahead and, gain energy. Then with that energy, you can go ahead and take out enemies. In this case, we have the common E-rank Krilunis, which will give us coins, Dragon Race tokens, EXP, a unit. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So I guess you get units from taking them out, and as well avatar souls. Now, I'm going to be honest, a lot of these items, I am not sure exactly what they do, but I'm sure as we continue to play the game, we'll understand them. But yeah, over here we have a bunch of free stuff as well. We have a daily chest reward giving us a bunch of potions. We have the group chest reward giving us even more potions. Then from there we have a bunch of leaderboards over here ranging from total energy, stars opened, yada yada, all of the usual stuff. And then as well we have a bunch of machines. For example, quests over here. We can go ahead and accept the first quest, and then we need to take out 30 Krilunis. We'll get all of these rewards, and then from there I guess we will get stronger. Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe thing to say, so let's get started on that, right? By maybe, alright, we have enough coins in order to hatch some of our very first units, so let's open one. What are we going to get? Okay, we got a Kriluni, I see. Then from there we also got a Tian Shan. I'm not sure how you say this. Yeah, we got that bad boy over there, which if we go ahead and open up our inventory, they are going to be giving us energy multipliers. For example, Kriluni is going to be a 3 times multiplier, and Tien is going to be a 9 times multiplier. And oh yeah, by the way, here are all of the different buttons that obviously are going to make us stronger as well. Avatars, accessories, weapons, powers, auras, jewelry. You get the idea. This game has a lot to do. Now, what about the rank ups? What exactly do we need? Okay, we need 9k energy, which isn't too bad in order to get our very first rank up. Then we have avatar leveling over here, where in exchange for avatar souls, you can auto level up your equipped avatar, which I guess will then give you an energy boost. All right, then, do we have any avatars? No, it doesn't seem so. Oh wait, okay, I think I get it now. When you take out the enemies, what you're actually getting is not units, but their avatar. In fact, let's see. Yep, there we go. We just took out a bunch of Krilunis and we literally just got the avatar. Awesome. Now, can we go ahead and level it up? No, we don't have any avatar souls right now. Plus as well, I don't think it would be that worth it, right? Because it's literally a common Kriluni. Yeah, it's better we don't upgrade that. If needs be, we just save them up, and then when we get a bunch of them, we'll just upgrade like the S rank, for example, the legendaries, the mythicals. You get the idea. But yeah, it seems like this world still has even more stuff to offer. In fact, I think it says, yeah, over here inside of the teleporter, we have a rank up machine, which we already saw, Dragon Race, which I believe is that thing over there. No, Dragon Race is actually something completely different. Then so we have Saiyan evolution, avatar leveling, and the dungeon, which is right over there. Alright then, can we do anything over here at the Saiyan evolution? You need to exchange 10k coins. Okay, we can't do anything there just yet. And where is the Dragon Race? Okay, I think here it is, right next to spawn, yeah. So can we go ahead and like maybe start upgrading this? No, we still need coins. Okay, that seems to be the main issue right now. We're broke, we need money. Alright, there we go. We now have 1k coins, meaning that, boom, it's now unlocked. Now, it seems like this machine is going to be like a gacha machine. We can get anything ranging from the common all the way up to what I'm going to assume is the phantom rarity. Alright, and then I guess it's going to be increasing your energy, I think. Let's see. So if we roll once for 10 tokens, we are getting the 20%. And oh, would you look at that? It gives you a 2 times multiplier. Okay, that is actually decent. Oh wait, if we go ahead and click on these, they actually show us the multipliers. So the best one we can get is going to be 10x, and then the common one, which would have been 1x. Okay, that's good that we managed to get the Namekian then. Now, I think the Saiyan evolution that we saw before costing 10k coins is probably going to be the same story. It's a gacha machine and we can go ahead and upgrade it. Now, I think that might be the next step actually in progression. Or actually, wait, never mind. I think we can go ahead and rank up. So let's see. Yes, we can. Awesome. Now we have an extra multiplier, and then the next one's going to be costing 254k. Okay, that's not too bad. We should be able to get that amount in around We get around 1k every 5-6 seconds, so on the top of my head, random math, it would probably take around 10 minutes of AFK, which actually gives us enough time in order to go ahead and start working on these quests, so then, we get some potions, but as well, not only that, figure out what some of these other rewards are. For example, these World 2 keys. Let's start off with the first quest. So if we just quickly run through all of these guys, yeah, this quest is barely going to take any time at all. In fact, there we go. That is the first quest already done. Awesome. Let's complete that bad boy. Then the next one is going to be 25 Yamichas. All right, before I go ahead and start on that quest, let's do a little bit more hatching. Let's delete some of the weak units and let's put on the auto. Nice. Yeah, not gonna lie, I am a little bit worried because I know a lot of you guys were telling me that this game is actually pretty hard to do, but if things keep on going this smoothly, then hey, we might be able to max out this game within like a day or two. Or maybe it's easy on purpose, so then you get hooked. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. All right, so let's check out our inventory and let's see what we got. So we got 2 epics with a 12 times multiplier and another 10 with a 9 times multiplier. Okay, if I equip best right now, my energy per click is going to be 222. All right, it could definitely be better, but I guess for time being, until I get like a better avatar, it's going to do just nicely, or at least I hope so. Actually, wait, no, we definitely need to make more progression. The enemies over here, 5 million HP, 30 million HP. Yeah, I think working on these avatars is definitely a must. So, okay, this is going to be around a 2 times boost. Now it is at 240 energy. Then from there, the next thing that I guess we can go ahead and do is going to be unlocking the Saiyan evolution. So let's just buy that. Awesome. Now, we are still missing the Saiyan tokens. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay, these Picos over here drop the Saiyan tokens. What about the Tiens? No, they don't. Those drop Dragon Rays. And same thing for the Kohans. Okay, so in order to actually use the Saiyan machine, we do need to get much stronger. Now, I'm pretty sure I did manage to save up a little bit of the Dragon tokens. Let's see. Yes, we have 37, which means that we have around 3 chances in order to get something good. So let's start off. First one, we got human. Okay, not too bad. Second, we got human again. Okay, that's even worse. Third, we got human again. Great. You know what? It's fine though. At least there is actually a little bit of a vault over here. So even though we wrote human 3 times, we still have Namekian. So it's not like we really lost anything. Oh yeah, by the way, in the game there is also achievements, by the way, because I believe this is something important to mention. You literally can get achievements based on doing anything, whether it's taking out enemies, reaching certain milestones. You get the idea. And then as well, there's also a stats menu over here where you can go ahead and increase certain stuff with, skill points. For example, I can go ahead and increase energy, just like so. Then as well, there's also equipment that you can unlock. And then from there, I believe that's actually kind of it, yeah. Alright then, since the game wants me to get stronger right now, let's, I guess, quickly AFK for, what, maybe like 10-20 minutes, just until, we're strong enough to maybe rank up. In fact, actually, we might be able to rank up right now. Yes, turns out I'm right, we can rank up. Awesome. Now the next one's going to be 1.3 million. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. So let's just quickly cut to when I get this. Boom, there we go. That is another rank up acquired. Now the next one's going to be needing 3.7 million. Let's get that as well. Alrighty, if I'm not mistaken, after equipping my new avatar and as well ranking up, we should, yes, now be very, very strong. Like 1.84k energy per click is ridiculous. And oh yeah, by the way, do keep in mind that whilst I've been grinding, I've also been working on other stuff, like for example, getting more milestones unlocked, leveling up even more so then I can, add more skill points to the leveling stats. And not only that, by the way, we also saved up a bunch of coins, and as well, we rolled the Dragon Race so much that I managed to get this, a 3x Dragon Race epic rarity. Yeah, at this point, all that's really left to do is to get a few of the Saiyan tokens so then I can roll, the Saiyan evolution. And then from there, I think I just need to complete the rest of the quest so then I can unlock the Windmill Island. Yeah, we need 6 keys in order to do that, meaning that I do need to actually go ahead and, complete the rest of these quests, which are going to be including Goku at rank S, Pico at rank A, and Kohan at rank B. Wait, how strong is Goku over here? 240 million. Yeah, that's going to be taking quite a lot of time of AFK grinding. So I guess whilst we were waiting for our energy to build up, let's check out the dungeon over here. So we can increase the attack range over here in exchange for 100k coins, which we might as well go ahead and do. Boom. Now we do need some of these like green upgrade tokens, which we can exchange for them over here. And then from there, yeah, there just seems to be like a lot of exchanging stuff. We have an upgrades place over here where we can upgrade basically everything in exchange for money. And then apart from that though, we have leaderboards and as well the easy dungeon, medium, hard, and insane. Now, what can we get in the easy dungeon? Well, we can get basically 50% chance for any token in the game, and as well 100% chance for 22k coins. Wow, that's a lot. I guess later on I'll go ahead and jump on into that. Now, apart from that though, is there anything else to do? Oh yeah, actually, I do want to point out something. Whilst I was grinding, the game did actually literally just update. Yeah, have a look at the update log over here. It seems like that there is Haki upgrades in World 2, auras to bosses is now SS ranked in Worlds 5 and 6, new achievements, more dungeon upgrades, World 7 tokens can now be exchanged, few more enemy spots with Zoro in World 2, and then there's also an exchange shop where I guess you can do max button. Tokens from all worlds are now in the dungeons. Okay, so basically how the dungeons work is something completely brand new. Then from there, player stats are no longer capped at level 125. There's lots of bug fixes and as well a bunch of new codes. Let's actually go ahead and start using some of them. So 60k fav is one of them, giving us a bunch of potions. Awesome. Then there is 75k fav, which is going to be giving us probably, yep, a bunch more potions once again. Then from there we have 20 million visits, giving us probably, yep, a bunch more potions. We also have update 3 part 2, which should give us, yep, once again the exact same thing. And then the last code for the time being, or at least I think it's the last code, is going to be 20k likes, which if we go ahead and claim it, nice. By the way, it seems like as we continue to grind, we are going to be getting these credits, and keep in mind, these credits can be exchanged for game passes, meaning that this little free-to-play challenge can technically become pay to win, like legitly. Oh yeah, here's another way in order to go ahead and get yourself some free rewards. The time rewards. I'm pretty sure all of these literally, yep, they give you a bunch of the credits. If I'm not mistaken, it is 80 per day. And then as well, there's also an hourly box that we get every once in a while. And as well, I guess credits. Wait, hold on a minute. Do I now have stuff in my inventory? Hold on, let me have a look. So resources, did we get any of those, what do you call them? Hourly boxes? No, I don't believe so. What about over here? No, okay. But I mean, hey, we now have 120 credits, meaning that we're already like 1/5 or 1/4 of the way there to our very first game pass. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to grinding once again. This time I will catch you guys once we unlock the next world. So let's just quickly speedrun our way there. So 3, 2, 1. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we have the final quest completed. So boom, there we go. Now that is acquired, meaning that we can teleport on over to the next world. Let's go. Seems like in this world we have a lot of things to unlock now. The pirate crew, demon fruits, swords, and as well the Haki upgrades. So let's start off by quickly checking everything out. So we have the Haki upgrades over here costing 100k. Now we don't have the tokens in order to upgrade this, but when we do go ahead and upgrade it, it will give us a damage multiplier. Then from there we have swords in exchange for 15k, and this is going to be costing sword tokens. Then from there we have the pirate crew, which is going to be costing 25k. And it seems like, yes, we do actually have some tokens. Not entirely sure how, but alright. Maybe I got some free ones from like a code or something. Yeah, that's probably it. But yeah, that's 3 out of the 4 things checked out, meaning that we just need to find where on earth the fruits are. It's probably going to be like somewhere in the middle of the map. In fact, yeah, here it is. It's going to be costing 55k. Okay. And oh, nice. It seems like we actually have enough to roll once. So let's roll once. What are we going to get? Okay, a common. Not gonna lie, we could have definitely done much better, but you know what? It's fine. I mean, even this common is giving me a 1.5x boost, which honestly is very nice for a common. Wait, how high do these multipliers go? So epic's 5x, legendary is 7x, mythical is 10x, and dough fruit is 5x damage? Oh, okay, some of these fruits are actually unique. Okay, so for example, the money fruit gives you, you know, money, and then the what do you call this again? The Phantom gives you damage. Alright, I guess when we need money or we need damage, then those are definitely the fruits to go to. Now, when it comes to the other tokens in this world, it seems like they can be dropped from literally any token guy or enemy, whatever you want to call it, in the game. For example, if I take out the Zoro over here, he's going to be dropping sword tokens, demon fruit tokens, haki tokens. You get the idea. Now over here, it seems like the little guys that we can fight right now, or at least do semi-decent damage to, are going to be dropping the tokens, the Pirates Crew ones, you know, the ones where we just go over here and they can give us 1x, 1.5x, all the way up to 10x. And oh, what do you know? It seems like I found a little bit of an AFK spot. If I just stand over here, then I can take out 2 enemies at once. Nice. Wait, is the new avatars in this world any good? So 8x multiplier compared to 30x. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not gonna lie, that does kind of make sense, because imagine if the mythical from the previous world immediately got replaced. That would be, you know, a little bit underwhelming. But yeah, I guess since all that's really left to do is to just AFK here and, you know, maybe get more money, we might as well get started on that grinding. So let's quickly claim the quest first of all, right? And then, are the pets of this world any good? 15x on the uncommon, which compared to my legendaries, okay, they're just as good as the legendaries. Yeah, we can definitely go for maybe a full team of the legendaries and epics. So let's quickly auto hatch until, you know, I get a semi-decent team, and let's see where we go from there. So this is the hatching going to be stopped for the time being, because as you guys can see, I already managed to get a full team of legendaries, each one giving me 38x energy. Guess that means that we can move on to the next step of the grinding, which is going to be, you know, taking out a bunch of enemies and maybe even ranking up. Actually, let's start off with the little gachas, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I do actually have enough in order to roll one. So keep in mind, this is my current energy per click, 147k. Then when I roll once, doesn't matter what I'm going to be getting. Let's just... okay. Whoa. Yo, that is crazy. Wait, how much energy was that? 5 times energy? That's wild. Alright, I guess I take it back. It actually does matter what we get. What about the swords over here? Can we buy anything here? No, not just yet. And we can't upgrade our haki either, I see. But hey, don't worry, it wasn't anything that a few minutes of AFK grinding could not solve. As you guys can see, I now have well over enough tokens in order to roll for these swords. Now, we can get anything ranging from the common at 40% all the way up to Venom Strike at a 2x boost. So let's start auto rolling and, you know, let's see what we get. Alright, so this is going to be the final spin. In this case, we're going to be getting a common, but don't worry. I believe we got something decent. Yeah, we got a decent rare Obsidian Reaver, giving us a 0.75x damage boost. And then to end it all off, we can upgrade the haki once, and okay, unfortunately we can't do it twice, but I mean, hey, now we have a 0.01x damage boost. Kinda nothing, but I guess we'll take it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is where I'm going to be leaving off today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, we have tried another anime simulator on Roblox, and in my opinion, I want to turn this into a series. Like, I know the title is probably something along the lines of going noob to pro free to play in Anime Eternals, and considering how much content there is, I feel like putting it all into one video wouldn't be doing it justice. Like, just have a look over here. Soul Society, we have 2 whole things. Cursed School, we have 3 things. Slave Village, 4 things. You get the idea. There is so much to check out in every single world. And as well, we haven't even touched the dungeon related stuff yet. And we haven't even maxed out the old stuff either. Yeah, as per usual, everybody, if you guys want to see another video on this game as soon as possible, then make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And as well, feel free to comment down below any tips and tricks you might have. Maybe I forgot something, or maybe I thought of something wrong. You get the idea, alright? So for time being, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get back to grinding. And until next time, peace out.